Hey guys, so I wanted to do an update on the Uvalde, Texas mass shooting. The Texas School Police Chief, Pete Arredondo, he claims that he didn't consider himself the person in charge as these events unfolded on May 24th and assumed someone else had taken control of the law enforcement response. Pete Arredondo, who is the police chief of the Uvalde School District, says he intentionally left behind both his police and campus radios before entering Robb Elementary School because the radios would have weighed him down. One radio's antenna was too long. It would have affected the way he ran. The other one, the clip didn't clip properly. It wasn't tight enough, so it would have probably fell. So he said there was no point. And he says that in some schools, the radios don't work anyway. He didn't know if this school, but he said in some schools, it doesn't work. Yep. So, 18-year-old gunman Salvador Ramos executed 19 children and 2 teachers behind a locked classroom door. And the chief said that he was reinforced with a steel jam and the door couldn't be kicked in. Poor radio communication is among the concerns raised about how police handled the May 24th shooting and why they didn't confront the gunman for more than an hour, even as anguished parents outside the school urged officers to go in. Poor radio communication. There was no radio communication because they were left behind. And there was clearly no verbal communication.
Allegedly.
Because he didn't even know that he was in charge. He didn't know whether or not he was confused. The parents were outside trying to urge officers to go in, but the officers were too busy, taking out their tasers on parents and hovering over them, holding them down. They were too busy doing that. Yeah. So Arredondo says that from the hallway of the school, he used his cell phone to call for tactical gear, a sniper, and keys to get inside the classroom. He says he was held back from the door for 40 minutes to avoid provoking gunfire and tried dozens of keys brought to him, but one by one, they failed to work. He says each time I tried a key, I was just praying. Who is the key holder? Who gave him the keys? Why are these keys not labeled? Does the person who had the keys not know which key? I'm confused. Pete Arredondo defends his actions and those of other law enforcement. He says not a single responding officer ever hesitated, even for a moment, to put themselves at risk to save the children. We responded to the information that we had and had to adjust to whatever we faced. Our objective was to save as many lives as we could, and the extraction of the students from the classrooms by all that were involved saved over 500 of the Uvalde students and teachers before they gained access to Salvador Ramos and shot him down. So Pete says, I didn't issue any orders. I called for assistance and asked for an extraction tool to open the door. First of all, you are an extraction tool, okay? Because I see how you were built. You and all of them could have done... Is there any footage of y'all trying to break down the door? Or is there just footage of you ruffling through keys and praying that something works? What were the other officers doing? Just watching? Leaning? Hiding?
Allegedly.
I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused. We got tasers on parents, cops on parents, cops handcuffing a parent who was uncuffed and actually managed to save 2 of her sons. And then we have Pete Arredondo not knowing what the F is going on, not knowing what is going on. You're trying to figure out the keys. I'm confused. They tried everything they could. That's what he says. That's what Pete Arredondo says. All right, y'all. I'm pretty done because I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot.